So this week, I was going to talk about something both incredibly controversial but also interesting, and that is how segregation based on race in the 1900s Bahamas had an unintended positive effect on the black population. I know what you're saying. What? But there's no need to worry. We're not going to talk about that. We are going to talk about something much more pressing. Aquaman. Now, I hold two things sacred: God and DC. And I don't care what anybody says. Batman versus Superman is in the top 5 comic book movies of the past 20 years. Alas, I am alone in that opinion. Anyway, because of a slew of mistakes by the folks at Warner and Detective Comics, there have been more bad DC films than good. And I had no hope in the success of Aquaman. And let's be honest, it's not that good a film. I mean, it's over the top and it's clearly being propped up by people who like softcore pornography. But hey, a win is a win. So I was satisfied to know that DC wasn't a sinking ship. And then, out of nowhere, someone online claimed to have video evidence that Jason Momoa was a pedophile. And I was crushed. Because, okay, when they came for Bill Cosby, I didn't care because he had said some sideways things about young black people. And so, whatever. And then when they came for R. Kelly, it was like, meh, he hasn't had a hit since Trapped in the Closet. And besides, Chiquise is the king of R&B. But now, here it was, someone was saying that Jason Momoa, I couldn't think of it. And I'm ashamed to say it took me hours to finally say, if he is, then we have to let him go. And it may destroy this whole entire DC extended universe. And I know that sounds stupid, but I had to think about all the stuff that I loved and would be letting go, and finally arrived to the point that human lives mattered more than comic books. Then I found out it was all a lie. He's not a pedo. Someone doctored a video to make him look bad, and now he's suing them. Please don't sue us. So, to reiterate, Jason Momoa is a good guy who we pray will not sue us. He didn't do anything. It was all a lie. It was fake news. Oh God, please don't sue us. But in the brief moment of doubt, I had to ask myself, why did I come up with excuses to protect the idea of Aquaman? Because it was sacred? So, what's the point? Now, I'm not going to rehash and redebate anything concerning the Buju Banton song. This video is more for the people who feel that when a marginalized group asks them not to do something because it offends said marginalized group, that something is being taken away from them. I mean, you've had the freedom to do this thing all your life, and now people are asking you to change. And no, changing it won't kill you. It won't change who you are to your family and friends, but it will shake something. Because changing this thing is admitting on some level that the thing that you love so much that gives you comfort for whatever reason might be wrong. Which means that every memory that you've had of that moment is suddenly thrown into question. And nostalgia and your past is sacred. It's difficult to disregard it and say, we have to let this go. But you know why you need to let it go? Because of the people we marginalize, life and the ability to live without constant fear and bullying and harassment. That's sacred. Why? Still not enough? Okay, some more tidbits. When someone says, could you imagine white people saying that to you, what you're saying about this other marginalized group, and your response is, it's not the same thing as racism, you're right. Sexuality and race is not the same. It's apples and oranges. However, if you recall, both of those are fruits and need to be refrigerated to last longer. Why should I change what I do? Just because it offends someone else? Good question. We live in the Bahamas, and for some reason, most persons are ashamed to say the word nigger in front of a white tourist because they don't want to offend them. If we can do it for tourists, surely you can do it for your brothers and sisters. I'm friends with gay people. However, I don't understand why they're complaining about this song. Are you really friends? Because if I had a friend named Kevin and you were singing a song called Shoot All Kevin's Dead, and Kevin was like, please stop. But instead, you went up to his face and started screaming the song and posting it on his wall because how dare he? As his friend, wouldn't I step in and at the very least say, ease up, boss? Or Am I more a friend when I stand up and start screaming the song along with you? I only had delivered the comments and passive aggressive animosity for like 12 hours on Sunday, and it overwhelmed me. I could not imagine having to deal with this every day of my life. I am so sorry.